Now I'm filming on the DJI Action 6. I've had it for probably 6 weeks now, and I'm gonna tell you something. I don't really know if I like it. For me, I just find myself having a lot more issues with it than I ever had with my Action 4. I just took it out to Petco Park, the baseball stadium, and a lot of the times in my footage when I was walking around, I had these micro jitters. And I guess it's because it's dark and it does that in the low light mode. And I wasn't even on super night mode. I was just in regular mode, but I just didn't notice those kind of issues when I was shooting with the Action 4. I was using automatic color and automatic settings. So today, this video, I'm shooting in D-Log-M. This is a dual mission. I don't know if you're familiar with Clintus TV. Clintus, he went to a Mexican supermarket called Vallarta, and we do have a Vallarta in San Diego, but it's a little far from me right now, and I don't really have the energy to travel that far. I'm a little lazy, okay? When I say far, I'm talking 11 miles or something on the map. It was gonna take me like 20 minutes. We have another store here called Carnival. And
Carnaval
was like, I don't know, 3 minutes, 4 minutes away. Two things are going on right now. I'm in my van, and for some reason the back is really noisy. There's a disabled ramp, and on a bumpy road, the disabled ramp is just so loud. So I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I'm looking for, it's like a Mexican beef jerky. You know, Clintus had some in his video, and I kept on looking at it, and I was like, damn. And then he showed another video where he went back to Vallarta, and damn, I'm gonna talk when it's not all like. He went to another video, went to the same Vallarta, and there were all these things I saw as he was going through the store. The other thing is, my friend Jeff, the one that told me, oh, let's go get Cuban food, and they were closed. I don't know if you watched that video. He called me the other day and said, have you ever been to
Carnaval?
They have a whole food court in there, and he was hyping it up. So I'm gonna check it out over there. My thoughts are it's gonna be pretty amazing. He said they had pizza, they had drinks, they had matcha, just like a fat boy's dream. So going back to this Action 6, there's just something about it. I can't get it right. I keep on filming, keep on bringing it with me everywhere I go. Sometimes the footage looks good, sometimes it's not. I mean, it's clean. The image is clean, but there's just something about it where I just can't fall in love with the image. And probably most people don't even notice. It's more like camera people, or you know, just people that deal with video footage all the time. But I'll see normal people and they get it and they just stick it all on automatic and just go out on their day, and I think, oh, it looks great, like no big deal. And I think maybe because I'm trying to make the footage look a certain way, and maybe I'm trying to make it mimic something that it's not. I've had some comments from people asking my thoughts on the Action 6, and I'm gonna tell you what I tell them, is that the Action 6, I think, is good for people that really want to spend time trying to figure out what setting's gonna be the best for them. There's lots of things you can do. It's fantastic in night mode, like super night mode is amazing. Low light situations, it's amazing. As long as you're not like walking around and getting those jitters. I can't exactly figure out why I got that, but the Action 6 is fantastic. I think if you're gonna shoot vertical, shoot vertical. If you're gonna shoot horizontal, shoot horizontal. For the most part, I think it's just gonna come out better. And like, I think like most things, specific instances of why you're filming, that's always going to work out better. I think this camera with the film modes is really spectacular. I think it's fun taking photos with the film modes. I think it's good for the most part to shoot in film modes. But when it comes to like scenery and everything, it's okay if it looks a little off. But when it comes to like skin tone, man, you can look really weird. A lot of the filters on the film tones make me look orange or red, and it's just not my thing. So there's a lot of the film tones I don't specifically like. I do like the FE film tone at 30%, sometimes 50%, but that's the only one that I've really gotten to work. I think it's the CC film tone, and I feel like that particular film tone makes it look more like a normal DJI camera. The way that the Action 4 would look. It's a little similar to that. But it looks very action camera footagey. Footagey? You get what I'm saying? But if you're like someone who doesn't want to do a lot of post-production editing and messing with your colors, messing with exposure settings, all of those things, I think the Action 4 is still a fantastic camera. The Action 5, probably, maybe even better than the 4, because the Action 5 has better low light capability. The Action 5 low light isn't as good as the Action 6, but I think it's good enough in most instances. Unless you run a nightclub, or you're a person of the night, or you're a burglar and you got to film yourself doing POVs at night. Aside from that, I think you would be pretty straight with the Action 5. I can't really pinpoint what exactly I don't like about it. I haven't really found anything that I'm in love with about it. Do I think it's a great camera? Yes. It's just not the perfect camera for me yet. Although there's a ton of functions, there's a ton of different things you can do, and I haven't even scratched the surface of that list in the settings. I just feel that straight out of the box, the Action 6, it's a lot more difficult than the Action 4 was. Action 4, just ripped it out of the box, started shooting, fell in love with it. This is honestly my first time shooting it in D-Log-M. I just haven't done D-Log-M. And we're gonna see how this footage comes out doing it that way. I was so excited I left my phone on the car seat. Gotta go back. Look at all these fruit cups. I'm not gonna lie, I'm lost in here. I mean, they got so much stuff, but I'm on a mission. I'm looking for something specific, you know? Ended up getting a pizza. Pretty affordable. So that was a bust. I went and I talked to the butcher and I asked them if they had that. And he was like, oh yeah, on aisle 4. I go to aisle 4 and it was like normal American brand beef jerkies. Kind of bummed about that. But inside they had a food court and they had pizza. And I got that to eat at home. Pretty cool. $1.99 a slice. Not bad. They had a lot of stuff, but a lot of fruit. Well, they had a lot of food. They had like a hot food section in there. And there was a lot to choose from. It's just, in my mind, it wasn't what I was looking for. Strangely enough, too, they have sushi. I guess that's a popular item. They had sushi, they had like chicken, like big catering dishes, all sorts of stuff. I've never been in there, but I'm sure people are gonna be like, dude, you've never gone in there? No, I've never gone in there. I guess I'll have to really try and go to Vallarta. Damn, Clintus, damn. So I barely filmed in there. I was so nervous. There were so many people around, and like, I looked like a weirdo looking at every single thing in the grocery store. I couldn't film. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the courage to do it. It's hard to film in public. I don't know. I see everyone with the Nano. They walk around and they just film. It must be a lot easier with the Nano. Maybe I'll pick one up eventually. So I'm pretty uncultured. I've never been there. I don't know why I never went inside. I've never been inside any Mexican supermarket. But I have visited a taco shop before. So here's a look at the situation. It was probably better if I just ate it there. But, you know, I was in a new place. An outsider. Trying to disguise myself as an insider. Nobody was fooled. They had a lot of candy and stuff. I kind of wanted to get that. And by the time I was walking around and everything, I just completely forgot. So maybe when I take this trip to Vallarta, I'll get that. San Pellegrino, it's the drink. 0 sugar, peach and clementine. Cheers. I don't know what else I have in store. That was kind of my mission. It failed. I'm a little disappointed. But that goes with the territory, right? When you go and explore new things, not all things are going to work out. The lesson to be learned is I took the chance at trying something new, seeing if I could discover a new way of doing things. Although I knew where they already had it, sometimes your mission fails. And do you save time and money just going to the right place? Or do you try to do it your own way? That was the lesson. I think if you really want it bad enough, just do it the right way. If you want to be adventurous, go try new things. Okay, first of all, I'm sitting at home eating my pizza. I'm watching YouTube. I'm literally watching Clintus. He dropped a video. He's at a farmer's market. He bought, like 2 different places had beef jerky, and he bought beef jerky. I just went on a mission trying to get basically Mexican beef jerky. That's crazy.